Hello and welcome then to the Swansway Chester Stadium for what is a very, very cold but very important clash. The club decided to play Mr. Blue Sky over the tannoy just before the teams came out, which I think is wishful thinking, but it's hopefully warmed the fans a little bit. We'll go through the team news then as the team comes out onto the pitch. Sam Hornby in goal, making his debut after his sign-in from Port Vale in the week. Andy Alls, Nathaniel Rowe-Turner, Kingsley James, Ryan Astles the captain, Lucas Dawson, James Jones, James Akintunde, Rhys Johnson making his return from injury, Miles Anderson, recent signing from Torquay on his home debut today, and then one more new signing, Daniel Udo from Crewe, joined on a 1-month loan, and he will start up front for Chester. The players are desperate to get away, and there we go. Solihull starting off then, kicking from right to left. It's well headed out by Chester, throwing on the halfway line, which will be taken by James Bowen for Solihull at left back. Neither team leaving many men back when it comes to going for the set pieces. Both teams need the goals, they know they need this result. Whipped in towards the back post then. Halls is under it. Headed straight at the keeper in the end. It was an easy save for Max O'Leary. But that's a chance. That's a first shot on target for either team. Not a lot on offer from either team in the way of chances on goal. You'd have to say Solihull have had more of the ball, but that's mainly because Chester keep giving it to them. So we're underway then. Second half. Still 0-0 between Chester and Solihull Moors in the National League. Big game today with both teams needing the points in their desperate fights against relegation. Solihull players not really breaking forward at the speed you'd expect though. Carter's calling for it in the middle and it's coming towards him. Just gets underneath it, doesn't quite manage the header. And now Chester will break. A bit more pace in the game. A bit more exciting to watch now. Ball in to Akintunde, brings it down again. Still, a lack of support. They get into these attacking areas and they just lose the urgency. They start the break fast, Chester, and then it just tails off the further up the pitch they get. Hall Johnson now slides the ball in, but it's missed by Akintunde. It's still dropped for Udo, though. We'll roll it back. Tom Shaw. It's deflected. Paul Green deflected that wide, charged it down well, and it's gone out for a Chester corner. It's Rowe-Turner over the ball. High ball in. It's nodded on by Miles Anderson, who may have been being fouled there, I think being pulled down. But James Jones plays the ball off Solihull defender to win the corner. Another chance for Chester. Everybody coming up this time. But it needs a good delivery, and I'm afraid Lucas Dawson's delivery has been inconsistent at best today. A lot of corners have hit the first man. Needs a little bit more height on it. This one does. Into Astles. It's a good flick on and it's in! It's into the back post! Ross Hanna smashes the snow up as he runs through it to the fans. It was a fantastic flick on by Ryan Astles, who's been one of the best players on the pitch for Chester today. And that was tucked away by Ross Hanna at the back post. What an important goal that could be. 1-0 to Chester, the deadlock's finally broken. The first really strong ball we've had into the box from a corner. Lucas Dawson got that spot on. And brilliant work from the big centre-back Astles, the captain, to head it on. Flicked it right up towards the back post. And it was a tap-in for Ross Hanna. Right place, right time. Moves the ball around the back now. Comes out to Carline on this right wing, the substitute. Pushing forward, Atkinson's asked it. There it is. Carlin ran for the return ball, but Atkinson used him as a dummy. And the ball inside, but it's nicked off him by Tom Shaw, who's done very well after he's come on at half-time. Finds Akintunde, holds the ball up. Lucas, and there's a late challenge there. Surely the referee's got to do something about this. And Carter's on a card. The Chester fans want him off, and I'm not surprised because that didn't look nice at all. Dawson flicked the ball around the corner and then he was taken late by Carter, who came flying in. The physio's been called on and she's running across the pitch now to check on Dawson, who's still down. And there's the second yellow! Don't see, he's not happy about it, but I don't see how he can complain. It was a nasty challenge, it was late. He throws the armband down in disgust. Darren Carter, the Solihull captain, he's let his team down there when they really needed him the most. But it was a shocking challenge. He was nowhere near the ball and he came flying in at such speed. I don't see how he could expect anything other than a second yellow. There's perhaps been games where that sort of challenge has been given as a red in the past. even with the conditions as they are, there's no excuse. 4 minutes added time then. Just being announced. So 4 minutes to play. 4 minutes for Chester to hang on here. Ball drops on the edge of the area for Osborne. Gets himself just inside the corner. Nice little turn away. Room for the shot. Strikes it. Ooh! Just up over the bar. It was curling in. It was a hell of a hit from James Osborne. If that had been another couple of inches lower, Sam Hornby would have had no chance in the Chester goal. Not really running around, not trying to get the ball. Now it goes forward from Keller, but there's the whistle! That's the result that Chester needed. It's a vital 3 points. One goal, that was all that was required. With an excellent finish from Ross Hanna after he came on midway through the second half. In what was a fairly poor game, but hard fought nonetheless. In the freezing cold temperatures at the Swansway Chester Stadium. Solihull went from bad to worse when Darren Carter was sent off with about 10 minutes to go for a reckless challenge that earned him a second yellow card. But the result in the end is a crucial 1-0 win for Chester.